Hello everyone, my name is Ririn Marina. In this presentation, I will explain 10 grammatical errors taken from advanced English grammar topics. For each sentence, I will identify the error, provide the correct form, and explain the grammatical rule behind the correction. The objectives of this presentation are to identify grammar errors, correct them, and explain the grammatical rules. The topics covered include conditionals, past models, subjunctives, normalization, and inverted sentences. Now, let's look at the first sentence. The first sentence is, if the crew would have followed the compass, they would have found the treasure. The error is the phrase, that is, would have followed in the if clause. The correct sentence is, if the crew had followed the compass, they would have found the treasure. This is a third conditional sentence. The correct pattern is if plus past perfect would have plus past participle. The second sentence is the treasure should have been found the crew long ago. The error is word find. The correct sentence is the treasure should have been found by the crew long ago. After have been, we use a past participle form. Therefore, find must be changed to found. The third sentence is, the captain suggested that the crew should not ignore the ancient warnings. The correct sentence is, the captain suggested that the crew not ignore the ancient warnings. This sentence uses the subjunctive forms after the verb. Suggest. English commonly uses the base form of the verb. The fourth sentence is, not only the crew ignored the compass, but they also sailed into danger. The correct sentence is, not only did the crew ignore the compass, but they also sailed into danger. This is an example of inversion, when a sentence begins with not only, the auxiliary verb must come before the subject. The fifth sentence is, the crew's ignore of the compass led to their loss of direction. The correct sentence is, the crew's ignorance of the compass led to their loss of direction. The problem is that the sentence needs noun forms. Ignore becomes ignorance and lose becomes loss. This process is called nominalization. The sixth sentence is, if Morgan would know the way, she would lead them to safety. The correct sentence is, if the Morgan knew the way, she would lead them to safety. This is a second conditional sentence. The correct pattern is if plus simple past, would plus base verb. The seventh sentence is, Morgan must have known the secret. The correct sentence is, Morgan must have known the secret. After a modal verb such as must, we use have plus a past participle. Therefore, the correct form is must have known. The eighth sentence is, only after they had survived the storm they realized their mistake. The correct sentence is, only after they had survived the storm did they realize their mistake. This sentence requires inversion because it begins with the phrase only after. The ninth sentence is, Morgan insisted that Eliza was the one to lead the expedition. The correct sentence is Morgan insisted that Eliza be the one to lead the expedition. After insisted that English may use the subjunctive mode. Therefore, the base verb be is used instead of was. The 10th sentence is Morgan's decide to join the crew was a surprise. The correct sentence is Morgan's decision to join the crew was a surprise. The sentence requires a noun rather than a verb. The noun form of decide is decision. In conclusion, these 10 sentences demonstrated several important topics in advanced English grammar, including third conditional, second conditional, past modal, subjunctives, normalization, and inversion. By understanding this grammar structure, we can identify errors more effectively and communicate more accurately in English.